Welcome back, guys, to the Coins and Connections podcast. This is your girl, Cinquanta Cox-Smith, and we are going to continue to explore all things books, business, and bullshit. Let's get into today's episode. Hey, y'all, what's up? Episode 28. We are back again. So this week we are going to talk about business etiquette and entitlement. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to this might be a rant, I might be preaching, but I might be telling or saying something that you guys are feeling right now in this day and time, and I'm going to talk about it till people are blue in the face and until they get it. I'm going to say this. People want what I worked for over 10 years in 10 days. So let's ponder on that. Let's just think about it. Let that sit, let it marinate, let it do what it do. And then the other thing is, why do I keep showing up for people who never show up for me at all? Not by a long shot. So let's think about those two things before we get into this episode. And I just want to thank you all for listening to the business, friendship, and mental health episode with my girl Gabby. The episode is doing amazing. Keep sharing, keep letting me know what you think. If you have somebody in mind that you think that I should have on the podcast, let me know. I'll hit them up. Also tell them about our podcast. Again, I truly thank you guys for just rocking with me, supporting me, and being here. Remember, don't forget to leave those reviews and finish this conversation online, on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, YouTube, wherever you can find me. Let's just chat it up, okay?
Hey, this is Shariah Moore, owner of Designs.shop. I create shirts and journals to make people feel confident. You can purchase my Nothing Can Stop Me journal on Amazon or visit my website at moredesigns.shop to buy a shirt. Keep being confident.
So let me ask you guys this question. Are you respecting the people who you purchase a product or service from the way you respect Walmart, Fashion Nova, and Amazon? So I'm speaking of small businesses who are starting to, make noise in the world, who you see people are supporting, you want to support, but then once you support them, you have these unrealistic expectations, like you purchase on Monday and you hit me up on Wednesday wanting to know why isn't it here yet? If my processing is 1 to 2 days and my shipping time frame is 7 to 10 days or 5 to 7 days, then that's what it is. Sometimes as a small business owner, we need to make sure those checks clear. We need to make sure we get our money. Some of us use processing systems, so the money does not clear into our bank accounts right away. Sometimes it really and truly takes 1 to 3 days. Yes, PayPal is instant. Some sites are instant, but some sites are next day, 24 hours. And depending on how much someone purchased, sometimes red flags go up. Sometimes we have to verify address before we can even send something out. Sometimes something is wrong with your order and we are trying to reach you and you misspell your email. You didn't leave a phone number. So now we have an issue. My motto is always, I'll refund your money before I go through all this extra stuff. I will send a refund and be done with it. Walmart does not give you a refund that fast, Amazon, they'll have you send some stuff back and then you can get your refund that way. You can call and they'll ship out something different. But again, you're not blasting them. You're not saying, oh, Amazon is so fraudulent. You're not saying, oh, fuck Walmart. They did me so dirty. Like, you have one bad encounter with a small business owners and y'all are ready to tear us a new one. Don't you know that we be tearing our own selves up every day? Like, we stress out every day about making sure what we're providing for people is quality, so we can be up there with Walmart, Amazon, Target, and everybody else. So think about that the next time you order from a small business owner. Sometimes we don't know something. So if you're seeing something on the back end or something that you just don't feel is right, reach out to us. Don't blast us on social media. Send an email. Hey, such and such, I noticed that. Can you let me know what does this mean? Or does this normally happen? Because sometimes things are truly out of our control. So just think about showing us a little bit more respect, and we show you the respect as well. Because if you blast me online and it was not my fault and it was yours, everything goes out the window. You're going to get Q money bags, and it ain't going to be nice. So also, why do y'all feel, I'm not going to say y'all, but why do people feel that entrepreneurs and small businesses work 24/7 and we're available all day, all night to answer questions? Like, are we not supposed to sleep? Are we not supposed to spend time with our husbands, our boyfriends, our girlfriends, our kids, our cousins, sisters, brothers, mom, dad? Like, are we not supposed to have a life outside of our business? Because I damn sure know that the Amazon CEO and his rich ass ex-wife just be chilling. Some of us have not gotten to that point where we can just chill. Some of us are one-man shows or one-woman shows. Some of us have online assistants. Some of us truly enjoy still working 9 to 5 and being off on the weekend. Now, that goes to say, if you see me in Jamaica twerking on the beach, please don't put up under my picture, "Hey girl, I ordered a shirt, thank you so much," or "Hey girl, I'm just checking on my order." Bitch, I don't care about your order. I hate to say it, I'm on Jamaica on this nice beach twerking for my man. I don't care nothing about your order right now. Best believe most of us nowadays, we've gotten into the space where we announce that we're going on vacation. Like, we over communicate for y'all so we don't get that bad rep. So when we go on vacation, we do things like we send emails, say, "Hey, shop is on vacation," or we put up a post that shop is on vacation. All orders placed after such and such date will be shipped on this date. But even when we over communicate, there's going to be one that reads it and still sends the email. So for my business owners out there, just keep over communicating. They're not going to read. There's going to be one angry person. And if you have an issue like that, go ahead and refund the money. It's just too easy to give them their money back, because at this point, I'm not hard up for $25. Like, do you want the $25 or do you want the headache? Like, you have to choose the battle that you are trying to fight right now. So, but as a consumer, and if you are a customer who is listening, who shops with a small business, be a little bit more compassionate. Put yourself in a situation. It's hard enough even trying to decide that you want to have a business, let alone have people coming at you every day for small mistakes that you have made. So let's practice some respect and some etiquette, and stop feeling like you could just talk to anybody any way you want because it's the internet. Because when our alter egos come out and we check you, you can't be like, "Oh my gosh, this business is so unprofessional." No, you disrespect me, so now business goes out the window, because again, at the end of the day, I'm still a human. So if you give respect, you get respect. And I feel like that just goes both ways, regardless if you're in business or not. All right, so now we're going to talk about work ethic and sustaining your business. So if I was to work on a project for a year and I did all of my research, I have this perfect formula for how I do it. My brand is tailored to me. And then someone decides to ask, "How did you do that?" Y'all be acting like I'm just supposed to give them all of my information. Like, some information ain't worth all the money someone can pay me. Because again, integrity. Things like if I give you my supplier and you burn my supplier, and I'm giving out this information based on my relationship with them, I'm like, all right, bet. I'll give y'all my backup. But then sometimes you might want to be super nice. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm going to give y'all my main supplier. You've built this relationship with this supplier who has been creating your stuff for years. You give this information out and then someone does your supplier wrong. Based on that relationship you built with them, now it's like, okay, if you mess that relationship up that I built, now they can just easily say, oh, I can't supply your products anymore. Now my products aren't being produced because of how you did them dirty. And that's not fair to me. How is that fair to me that I decided to be like, all right, bet. So I'm going to help some people. I'm going to pull some people up and I'm going to share some information that I've been sitting on for years and I work for. I got this great relationship with my designer or my editor or my illustrator, and then you just hop up in here, only been on the scene for 2 days, and you ruin a relationship that I built, and now I'm screwed, and now I'm looking for a new person, and then it's over for me because that was a bulk of my income. So just be mindful of when you ask someone how they do it, where did they get it from? Because in our reality, we don't gotta tell you shit. Like that's some entitlement shit that people feel like, oh, why you don't want to tell me that? Look, baby, Google University, YouTube University has been good to me. There are a plethora of videos, books, podcasts, radio shows, TV shows, filled of information that you can get nowadays. You can read a book and learn how to do so many things. You could take a free course and be certified in just about anything nowadays. But what it is y'all lazy. Y'all want the answers and then you get the answers and then you do half-ass shit and you still in the same place that you was 10 days ago. So it's just like, do you guys just really want to do something? Like, you just want to do something because everybody else is doing something. Or you want to do something because you saw somebody else succeed at that. But again, stay in your lane. If that ain't your ministry, then leave that alone. When I'm telling you, when something is for you, you will know. It will eat at you. You will constantly think about it. You will eat, sleep, and shit it. Like, you will constantly have this on your mind every day you wake up. It's on your mind. You're always talking about it. You can't stop thinking about it. You see visions, you have dreams about it, you have a whole plan in your head and you don't know where it came from. That is what you should be focused on, not what Jan, Jacob, and everybody else is doing. You need to focus on what is aligning with your spirit, what's in your lane, what's your ministry, what speaks to you, and what you basically already possess inside of you. Everybody was put on this earth to do something. God ain't put you on this earth to do something that somebody else did or is doing just because you see it. I have many gifts, but that doesn't mean that I can go and be a fashion designer. Yes, I can sew, but I know I can't draw and I can't put a good design together to create a dress. That's just not my ministry. But yes, I am good at sewing. But again, I stayed in my lane. There were only a few things that I enjoy sewing. So it's like, you can't be a t-shirt designer and you barely even wear shirts. Like things like that. Like, you don't even know what a good font is for a t-shirt, but yet you want to have a t-shirt line. You don't know that you need to be a walking billboard for your brand, but you want to make money. You have a goal of selling $500 worth of whatever this month, but you are afraid to tell people what you even do. You're afraid to post it on your social media. Like, how are you afraid and letting fear get in when you want to make money. Like, no one is forcing you to be an entrepreneur. No one is forcing you to go into business. Society got y'all jacked up thinking that just because the internet has everything readily available for you, that you should do it. No, we do need some people to work 9 to 5 in customer service. We do need some people to be at McDonald's handing out fries. We do need people at Chick-fil-A handing me that number one and my lemonade. So we need people who are customer service reps. We need people who are tellers at the bank. We need people who are teaching at universities. So it's nothing wrong with having a side hustle, but remember that it can just be a hobby too. It could be something that you enjoy doing, because some people won't last. If you can't see yourself doing it for 5 years without making a profit, then you probably won't last. Because in this business and in this game, there are going to be times where you don't make any money, and you got to be consistent and willing to continue to strive for whatever you see in the end. Because you could get to that 6th year and shit is totally different, but you gave up at that 5.5 mark and you were right where you needed to be for things to finally align and pop off. But because you threw in the towel and decided that, okay, well, that was fun, and now it's over, and now you wasted 5 years of your life, thousands of dollars, only to give up right before you're about to blow up. So don't miss that, and don't let that go over your head. Again, some people, it's a monkey see, monkey do well out here. And remember that you can do whatever you want, but just be smart, stay in your lane, pray about it, write about it, manifest it, and make sure that it aligns with your purpose and your gift. And sometimes, again, we just have to be still and listen. All right, y'all. So last week I hopped on a Rich Life podcast with my girl Alicia, and I am going to go ahead and add this clip in from the podcast interview that we did last week. So make sure you go over there and subscribe to her podcast and take a listen. It was a great podcast. I'm so excited that we got to talk. So here's a clip from that podcast from last week, and thank you guys again for listening.
Stuck and be like, who has an online business? Like, how can you make money from that? Or how can you do that? So kind of just give us a little bit of encouragement, girl. Step into that box and give us a little bit.
Listen, being uncomfortable is good. Anything that challenges you will make you uncomfortable. And that's what we need. Sometimes we need that feeling in the pit of our stomach that's like, girl, what you doing? That doubt sets in, but what you'll get on the other side, you don't know someone needed what you're offering because you're not offering it yet. Like, there's one person out there for you to service or for you to provide something to, but they can't get it because you're scared.
So I get asked a lot, how did you start your podcast? Where do I begin? How can I start a podcast? Well, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. You know, I'm down with the free. There's a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Like, ain't nobody listening yet and you making money. How dope is that? It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So what are you waiting on? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Thank you guys so much for listening and subscribing. Don't forget to share and leave a review for this podcast. If you have any questions, you can email me at hello@cinquantacoxsmith.com. You can follow me on Instagram at cinquantacoxsmith and at coinsandconnections.com. My websites are www.cinquantacoxsmith.com and www.coinsandconnections.com. You can join my Facebook group at Books Plus Business with Cinquanta Cox-Smith. I love you more than I love this podcast.
Peace.